gentlemen, boys and girls, we have made it to the summer holidays nearly, but we've made it to the end of Progress TV for this school year. Episode 10, you're just about to see, and that means there's been 9 episodes previous to this date shown. And thank you so much for watching, for your contributions, and for trying out all the activities. And a very special thank you to all the teachers in the junior and the senior school and beyond for helping us with this wonderful project. Now, I'm going to change my tone. The reason I change my tone is because I have a very important message for you before I say goodbye for the summer holidays. It's no surprise that Mr. Bell talks about the farm. He's very passionate about the farm. Miss Felle talks to us and gives us wonderful yoga activities on a weekly basis because this is something she loves doing. I enjoy being in front of the camera. We've an editing team that love working on computers. Mr. Cooney loves quizzes. Miss Coughlin loves music. And the list goes on. All us teachers are doing the things for Progress TV that we love to do. So it's very easy for us. So I'm going to encourage you, as a friend of mine, to do the stuff you love for the summer holidays and beyond. And hopefully, if you do the things you like, reading, climbing a tree, pucking the schlitter around a field, swimming, computer programming, chatting with your friends, keep doing the things you like and you'll enjoy the summer holidays just like we will. Enough of that serious talk anyway. Back to episode 10. Let me tell you what we have for you to close out the season. We have Pet Safety with Miss McCarthy from the junior school. Wait till you see this clip. One of my favourites. Then Water Safety from Miss McCannon, teaching us how to stay safe. 5 rules she has, from the beach to the swimming pool to a river. And then Garda Cathal from Henry Street in Limerick with more safety tips for us. Farm Life with Mr. Bell. We all love the farm life. A wonderful yoga clip from Miss Felle. Tongue twisters from Miss Hurley. I do love myself a tongue twister. And we've got a Gael Skull clip from Miss Catherine, Múinteoir Catherine. Life cycle of the butterfly from another Miss Carty. Transition with Susie Lacka, a former student, telling you what life in secondary school is like. And then finally, my good friend David Falconer, who used to be in the Holy Family and recently bought himself some DJ decks, finishes off Progress TV for this year with a few banging tunes. Oh, now we're off to Pet Safety with Miss McCarthy. Take it away.
Good morning, Mr. Eid, and good morning to all the boys and girls in our Holy Family Junior School. Miss McCarthy here, and welcome to my home. Today is a really exciting day for our family. There is a special pony we have opened up our home and hearts to, and in a little while, you are going to meet him. Now, I already have a few pets. Some of you might remember Doug, and this is Cookie. They are Dachshunds. Some people call them sausage dogs. And we have a donkey who is very excited about having a new buddy joining him in the meadow shortly. Now children, when we got our pets, we had to make the promise pledge that all pet owners should promise to their animals. Promise number 1, love. Let's see who's going to remember all these promises. Promise number 2, a home. Promise number 3, safety. Promise number 4, food and water. And promise number 5, to be themselves. Now, I promise to love my pet and give him attention, to give him a healthy diet and somewhere suitable to live that is warm and cozy, to protect my pet and keep him safe and healthy, and to provide my pet with a life that he can enjoy. Animals, like people, have the right to love, food, water, to be and to feel safe. But sadly, boys and girls, not all animals have this, and they're mistreated, and some of them are hurt. And it makes my heart really heavy to think that anybody could be mean or nasty to animals. But thankfully, we have rescue centres around Ireland who save some of these animals from cruelty. The Irish Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Now that's a really long phrase, so we will shorten it to ISPCA because that's easier to remember. So let's try it together. The Irish Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. ISPCA. They are Ireland's largest national animal welfare charity. Now, the Irish PCA rescue and rehome tens of thousands of animals all around Ireland, and the rescue centres have to make sure that new owners keep their promise pledge. So we decided to adopt a pony from the ISPCA instead of buying one, and we fell in love with Finbar. Finbar the pony was rescued by the ISPCA, and he doesn't know what it's like to have a safe place to live. So shortly, Nicole, a member of theirs, will be arriving in her Jeep and horse box to transport him to his new family. So let's look out for the letters ISPCA on the side of her Jeep and see if you can remember what they stand for. The Irish Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. So let's go meet them, and hopefully Nicole can tell us a little bit more about what they do. Put on our coats and our welly boots. I'm going to wake up Mr. Ben and my baby Isabel, and they're going to come join me. Thank you. See you in a few minutes. Nicole is opening the door of the trailer. Around. Oh! And here we have him! Finbar! Hello! He is a beauty! He is a beauty! Hi! Hello! Will we bring him down the grass? Oh, bring you on the grass! You're probably bursting to see some green now after that journey. Very exciting. Very exciting for our family. We have a new member of our family. We say, welcome, Finbar. This is the first time Finbar and Donkey are going to meet. So let's meet Nicole. Welcome, Nicole.
Thank you very much.
For visiting us
no
today.
Problem.
Nicole, how did you get involved in working with rescue animals?
So I've had horses all my life. I've rode horses since I was tiny, and then I studied equine science in college in UL in Limerick. After I finished my 4 years there, I did a teaching degree to teach people how to ride, horse ride.
Wow.
And then after that, the ISPCA were just looking for people, equine staff specifically.
Okay.
And they'd have few specific requirements: horseback license,
Right.
knowledge, equine background, and I just fitted straight in, gave my CV and got lucky.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm 2 years there now, and love it, love it.
And an asset to them, no doubt. And what are the advantages of adopting or fostering a rescue pet rather than buying one?
I think mostly is because we're always there. So if you have a problem, I'm a phone call away.
Okay.
You know, if you bought something from someone you had a number from, you met them in a car park maybe, or you bought them in a market. Once you get that animal home, that's yours. If you have any issues, it's up to you to solve them, really.
Okay.
Most of the horses we see are doped, so they're medically messed with, really. So they're on a camera, and then when you bring them home, the camera wears off, and there you're left with this. What you thought was a quiet pony is now shivering with fear, you know. So it's just the unknown, really, of.
And you have the support then of
Absolutely,
the ISPCA.
absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And what are the greatest challenges of working with rescue animals?
I think the greatest challenge is definitely the rescues. Definitely in the moment, you don't know what you're going to rescue, and you don't know what the circumstances is going to come.
I think it can become very emotional.
Definitely, and you don't know who you're going to face either. So you're walking into this open field to an abused or abandoned pony, and you just don't know what could go wrong. But it's never gone fully wrong yet, so touch wood.
You would need to be strong.
Definitely.
And I guess the excitement and the happiness of finding a good home then for the animal.
Yeah, so that's the other side. I love the rescuing myself and then the rehoming myself, because I see them growing from the worst to getting healthy to getting the perfect home. So it's definitely the best transition for me anyways.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And for anybody who would like to foster or adopt a pony or a horse, what would they need to know?
So all of our ponies, dogs, cats, everything at the ISPCA Centre is online at the ispca.ie.
Yes.
With the horses, it's just a photograph of stables, facilities, their fields, their surrounding areas, their equine background. With dogs, it's much the same. Their dog background and then the facilities they have as well. So it depends how near you are, and we do a home visit. Otherwise, we do photos.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have one last very important question for you before you go, Dot.
Animals.
What's your favourite animal,
So
Nicole?
I definitely think my favourite animal might be ponies or horses. And we recently got a foal. Last Monday, one of our mayors in the centre had a baby foal. So he's currently my top fan at the ISPCA, but I can't tell anybody yet.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, Nicole, thank you for sharing your stories with us today.
No problem.
And for all you do with
No
the Rescue
problem.
Centre and the ISPCA.
Bye, Tom. Thank you for calling in. Thank you so much.
And today is an extra exciting day for us boys and girls because Nicole has brought us a new addition to our family. Everybody meet Finbar. Finbar hasn't had a home before, so this is his first home. And as you can see, he's a very gentle pony. His father is a Shetland and his mother is a pony. And Donkey now has a new friend. So we hope they'll be very happy with us. So I'm back inside. What an exciting morning for us. I see Finbar is a very sweet and gentle pony. He seems to have made good friends with our donkey already, and I'm sure he's going to be very happy here. It was great to meet Nicole from the ISPCA and learn about how they prevent cruelty to animals. Now, I want you to think about how you can be a responsible pet owner. What kind of things do you think we need to do to look after our pets? Remember the Rescue Centre 5 Promise Pledge? Promise number 1, love. 2, a home. 3, safety. 4, food and water. And number 5, let them be themselves. Let's see if you can remember the 5 promises. So if you have a pet at home or just a favourite animal, I would love to hear about him. What does he look like? What food does he eat? What does he like to do? You could draw a picture for me or write a sentence or more. You're all really good at drawing and colouring. Some of you could even design a poster to help the ISPCA. Hopefully, children, you have learned more about animal rescue and pet care today, and you can follow our pony's progress when you watch Progress TV. So now, time to say thank you for watching and goodbye, and see you all real soon.
Miss McCarthy, thank you so much for inviting Progress TV into your home. One thing I picked up from your introduction was all about that promise pledge, something I'll abide by if I ever consider taking another animal into my home. Excellent tips. And also, thank you for introducing us to Doug and Cookie, the dachshunds, and the donkey, and your new addition, the beautiful pony Finbar. And Nicole, of course, from the ISPCA, thank you so much for all the care you give to all animals all around the country. What a wonderful clip. Next up, Miss McCannon with some water safety tips.
Hi everyone, it's Miss McCannon here and I want to share some water safety tips with you today. I'm here at Lahinch Beach. Let's have a quick look around. Follow me. Most of you know me as a teacher, but I am also a trained lifeguard and water safety instructor too. I love to go swimming and have fun at the beach, or sometimes at a lake too. Here are 5 tips to keep extra safe when around water. Never swim alone. In case you get into difficulty in the water, you should always have an adult with you. Don't swim when you're hot or tired. The water is very cold. You might get a big shock and forget how to swim, or you might be too tired to keep swimming. Swim parallel and close to shore. This means that you swim in a straight line in the same direction as the sand. You don't swim out to sea, as the water will get deeper. You will get tired and won't be able to keep swimming. Never use air mattresses, inflatable rings or lilos in the water. They are dangerous and can drift out to sea very quickly. Always listen to the lifeguard and do what the lifeguard tells you. You might see some different coloured flags when you are at the beach. A red flag means it is not safe to go into the water. No swimming is allowed. A red and yellow flag means there is a lifeguard on duty. It also shows you the area that is safe to swim. Always swim between the 2 red and yellow flags, as that is the safest place to swim and where the lifeguard can watch over you best. A black and white checkered flag shows the area where surfers can use the water. If there is no flag, there is no lifeguard on duty. A blue flag tells us that the water at the beach or lake is clean. I love to go swimming and have fun in water. I always make sure I go somewhere safe when I want to go swimming, like here at Ballyalla Lake. I know it is safe to swim here because I can see there will be a lifeguard watching over me. The past few weeks, Mr. Bell has been showing you around his farm. I know that he makes sure to stay safe around water on the farm by making sure there are no drains left open or exposed, and to keep away from riverbanks or banks near a pond in case they are weak. Remember, even very shallow water can be dangerous. A pond, a paddling pool, the bath at home. An adult should always be there to keep you safe while you are having fun. Playing in water is great fun, but sometimes we can be enjoying ourselves so much that we forget to be careful. We just need to remember a few simple tips to make sure that we have a great time and stay safe. Remember, never swim alone, always have an adult with you. Never swim when you're hot or tired. Always swim parallel to the shore and close to the shore. Never ever use air mattress, an inflatable ring or a lilo. And always listen to the lifeguard and do what the lifeguard tells you. Have a great time when you are around water and stay safe.
Thank you so much, Miss McCannon, for teaching us all about those water safety tips. So, we've had pet safety, water safety, now Garda Cathal is going to teach us about bike safety along with many other wonderful things from his Garda colleagues in Henry Street, Limerick and Ardnacrusha in County Clare. Watch carefully because we have a former student who now works with him and also a very proud Ennis man telling us how a Garda station is run.
So good morning, and we're just here in the communications suite in Henry Street Garda Station, and this is where all calls are dispatched from, received first and then processed and dispatched for the day. There's also a CCTV monitoring system in the control room here, and I'm going to introduce you now to Garda Julianne Drudy and Garda Patrick Leeson, both from Ennis, and Garda Drudy is a past pupil of the Holy Family Senior School. Julianne, can you tell us what you do here today?
Well, we are working a CAD computer system, which basically lets us type in all the calls that we receive over the telephone. And so we've created by that kind of a screen. So you're typing in the details, so the location, the type of call, the person's name, contact number, and what actually the incident is about. And then when we create that, that goes onto this side of the screen and it's sent to Cork, and Cork, they're the ones who actually send out our cards. So they have control of the full screen, but we can still view it. With everything else, we have to log on every single person, every single vehicle, and we have to detail them for what they're at for the day.
Perfect, thanks Julianne. And you're a past pupil of the Holy Family, is that right?
I was, many moons ago.
Remember any teachers from there?
Well, when I was there, my first teacher when we moved to Ennis at first was Mrs. Cooney, who then ended up being the principal.
Very good. Oh, hello Pa, how are you? So you're the man that's dishing out all the calls, is that correct?
Yeah, so basically what I'm doing today is when the call comes into the control room here, I'm taking it, and what I'm doing is creating the call on the system, and then Julianne will dispatch the call, or else Cork will dispatch the call. What I'm also doing then today is keeping an eye on the cameras.
Oh yeah, sure, tell us about the cameras, that's them up there, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's the cameras there, so I have control of the camera here, so if something happens, for example, there on the camera, like 13 there over on this side down at the bottom left hand side.
Oh yes.
I can just keep an eye on the crowd there outside Penny's there today before they open up later on. If there's any issues then we can go down there and have a chat. So yeah, so it can get very busy here at the morning time is okay, but from about 11 o'clock on till 7 o'clock this evening it can be helpful better.
Very good, thanks very much Pat.
No problem.
See you. Hi guys, so we're outside Ardnacrusha Garda Station, which is based in County Clare, but it's managed by the Limerick Gardaí, and it's the last Garda station between Clare and Limerick. It's located right on the border of Limerick City and County Clare, and beside us here we have the ESB power station as well. So the station was originally built as a security depot for the power station. So I'm just going to show you a few bits that we use while on duty every day, and there's a few extra bits at the moment because of the COVID situation in the country. So the main item is the patrol car, as you can see, and then we have our utility belt, Garda radio, pepper spray, our ASP, handcuffs, and that's the PPE gear for the COVID. And I'm just going to show you something with the ASP. That's how we use it when we're walking around, and it's stored for safekeeping, and when we want to use it in capacity on a prisoner or something like that, it stretches out like that. And the patrol car is attached to Ardnacrusha Garda Station, and as you can see it is in good condition, and there are the controls for the patrol car. That's the sirens. Hello folks, so we're back to you again here from Múinteoir, and this is Garda O'Connor who's going to chat to you for a minute about road safety and cycling bikes on the road.
Hello boys and girls, my name is Garda O'Connor. I'm on mountain bike duty here in Ardnacrusha Garda Station. I just want to talk to you for a minute about road safety while cycling your bike. Okay, the two most important things that we need while cycling a mountain bike or any bicycle is your cycling helmet and your high visibility jacket. Okay, your cycling helmet will protect your head. It will always protect your head if you have a fall or if you have an accident. So most important, wear your helmet at all times, while at home, while out on the roads. Okay, second thing is your high visibility jacket. This jacket is clearly seen by everybody. Okay, so other road users can see you and it makes you more visibility, and therefore you are far more safer on the roads. Okay, as well, remember while out on the road, you make sure you look left, look right, you know, be aware, look and listen for every other road user. Your safety is very important, okay? So again, helmet, high visibility, and stay safe.
Cathal, thank you so much, and to all your colleagues, from the Garda station in Henry Street in Limerick to the Garda station in Ardnacrusha. So the bike safety is what I'm going to take from that clip. That was with Garda Niall, and then a former student, Garda Julianne. Thank you for your contribution. And Garda Pagleason from Ennis also. I remember him because he used to be a referee on the soccer field when I used to play in Lees Road. Thanks for all your efforts and your amazing clip. Now we're off to the farm life. We all love the farm life. Take it away, Mr. Bell.
Dave Gachdana, agus fáilte roimh a rás go dtí an bhfoireann. You're here for one last time before the summer holidays. So believe it or not, where we're standing was once the ocean floor many, many, many years ago, and I have some evidence. Here I've got some rocks, and these rocks are covered in fossils. That's evidence of marine life. When it died, the creature sank to the ocean floor, and over time mud and dirt built up on the body, and the water pressing down created pressure, and eventually rock was formed, and the shape of the creature's body stayed in the rock. So as we go over along, we can see lots more little examples. This one is covered in fossils. Some really cool examples. Got a nice little swirl here. Lots of other small ones. Got another swirl here, little creature. Little indentations there. As we go over here, this one has some really cool examples. Here we've got plenty more. Here, very clear example here. And here. And then finally, our last little example. I think it's really cool. So that's all evidence that where we're standing was actually once the ocean floor. All these stones came up from the ground when we were doing various jobs on the farm. And I just think it's really cool. So I'm just checking in with the cows here. As you can see, they're all very content and very happy and really enjoying this warm weather. The calves are doing well, the cows are in great condition. Okay, let's go feed the sheep. The sheep love their feed. Watch this. As you can see, the adult sheep have been shorn, and thankfully we got them sheared just before the really hot weather kicked in. Shearing is a really tough job physically because you have to hold the sheep as well as shearing at the same time. The sheep don't get hurt, and in fact we only shear on welfare grounds. We have to shear the wool off them in the summertime, otherwise they'll run into health issues. I don't think you'd like wearing your heavy jacket in the summer. This is our smallest and youngest lamb on the farm. He's a full 6 weeks younger than the others, and there's a little story behind him. He was a surprise arrival, really, very late. I captured the first few moments of his life on camera. Here he is, just a minute old. Nothing else in the world matters to his mum right now. She just wants to protect him and look after him. You can see here, she has heightened senses. She's looking and listening for any dangers that might be about. And then she's straight back to licking her lamb dry. She wants to get him dry as quickly as possible so he doesn't get cold. And then she'll encourage him to stand up and she'll nudge him towards the udder so he can get that all-important first drink of milk. After about 5 minutes, the lamb is up on his feet, and his natural instinct is to go and find the udder and have that important first drop of milk, which is called bee stings or colostrum. And here is our lamb the following day. He's just 12 hours old here, and already he's loving the great outdoors and the sunshine. He's exploring, but he's not going too far away from his mum. We kept them apart from the other sheep and their lambs for a couple of days because he was so much younger and smaller, and the other bigger lambs, well, they'd want to play with him, and he's just a little bit light just yet. So we kept them on their own for a couple of days to let him build up some strength. And here he is at a month old, really thriving. I mentioned there was a story behind him. When we pregnancy scanned the sheep in January, his mum scanned empty, and usually then he'd sell the sheep. But I had an inkling that she might be in lamb just later than the others, so I kept her, and thankfully she did lamb. So that's it from the farm, guys. I've really enjoyed showing you around, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing a little bit of life on the farm as well. Have a great summer, everybody, and stay safe.
So Mr. Bell, you nailed it again. Thanks a million for that clip and for all the clips you have sent in from the farm from episode 1 to 10. Each and every one of them have been very special. And also a big shout out to Niamh and to Emily. I heard they've been hard at it behind the camera and with their editing skills. I hope all the bells and all the farm animals we've met over the last few episodes have a wonderful summer. Now it's time for some yoga with Miss Felle. Take it away.
Hey boys and girls, as the sun is shining today, I thought it'd be lovely to bring that sunshine into our yoga practice. So we're going to do 3 rounds of sun salutations. Each round has approximately about 10 asanas, which are yoga poses. But I'll talk you through each one. Let's get going together. So standing up, shake out your legs, shake out your arms, bring a bit of movement into your body. And we're going to start with our feet hip distance apart. Just close out your eyes for a moment and bring your attention completely down to your feet. Notice your feet. Now inhale, opening up your eyes, stretching up your arms, looking between the palms of your hands. Exhale, folding down over your legs. Inhale, place your hands on your lower legs. We're going into a tabletop, so straight back. Exhale, place down your hands. We're going into plank pose, so our arms and our legs are straight. Pressing off our hands, pushing back into our heels. Now we're going to go into ducky dive, so bend your knees, bend your elbows, and bring your chest and your belly down to the mat. Inhale, hissing cobra. So press off your hands, lifting up your chest, and maybe you'd like to make a hissing sound. Press off your hands, bend your knees, roll over your toes. We're going into down dog. So you're pressing off your hands, you're pushing down into your heels, your arms are straight, your legs are straight, your head is soft, and bring your gaze looking to your belly. Take 2 breaths in down dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now bend your knees, bring your heels together, look between your hands and see if you can make a bunny hop between your hands. So hop up between your hands, back into tabletop. So hands are on your lower legs, straight back. Now bend your knees, bring your arms back, and we're going to dive up. Place your palms together and palms to heart space. That's round 1. So let's go again. Inhale, stretching up your arms. Exhale, folding down over your legs. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, plank pose. Take a moment, bend your knees, ducky dive. Elbows, chest and belly down to the ground. Press off your hands into hissing cobra. Bend your knees back into down dog. Wag your tail if you're feeling happy. Feel that stretch. Now let's do our bunny hop. Bend your knees, heels together, look between your hands and hop up. Tabletop pose. Exhale, folding down, bend your knees, diving up. Place your palms together, hands to heart space. Last round with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, plank. Ducky dive. Bend your knees and elbows down to the ground. Hissing cobra. Back into down dog. Take a breath in down dog. Be still in your dog. Now bend your knees. Heels together. Hop between your hands. Inhale, tabletop. Now let's dive up. Bring the arms up. Straight up, palms together. Bring the palms to your heart space. Now close out your eyes. And notice the feelings and the sensations in your whole body. Is your heartbeat going a little bit faster? Can you feel the energy move through your body? Bending halfway. Namaste.
Miss Felle, thank you so much for a wonderful yoga clip again, and for all your contributions from week 1 to week 10 of Progress TV. I really like this week's clip because it taught me how to bring the sun into my yoga practice and my home through sun salutations. Now, Miss Hurley from the junior school with some tongue twisters. Take it away!
Hello everybody. This week I'd like to set you a tongue twister challenge. A tongue twister is a sentence or a phrase of words that sound the same, and sometimes when we say them very fast the words can be a little bit hard to say. So we're going to try our best. The first one is one you might already know, so let's remind ourselves of it. I scream, ah! You scream, ah! We all scream, ah! For ice cream. Let's try it again. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Okay? So listen to the same sound that's coming through the sentence. Scream and cream. The same sound is being used. Let's try and say it now without stopping. So listen carefully. I wonder, can I do it? I'll try my best. After 3. 1, 2, 3. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Can you try it? Are you ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. That was great work. Well done. Now, with tongue twisters, we can have a little bit of fun. So let's try and say it 3 times without stopping. Let's say it slowly first, and then if we find we're okay, let's try and get a little bit quicker the next time. Okay? So after 3, we're going to try and say the tongue twister 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Oh my goodness. My mouth feels a little bit funny after that. So take a little break. Take a little drink if you need it. Okay? And what I'd like you to do is to try that again by yourself or maybe with somebody at home and see, can you get a little bit quicker, and keep practicing, because every time you practice you're going to get a little bit better every time. And let's see, can you even say it faster and faster? And if you can and you'd like to record it, please do and send it in to us, because we'd love to see how good you are. Now I have another nursery rhyme for this, tongue twister for this week that I'd like to share with you too. Okay? And again, some of you might know this, but I'd like you to really try, because tongue twisters can be great fun, especially when we share them with each other. So I have a little bear here, and his name is Fuzzy Wuzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Oh my goodness. What do you think? Do you think you can, did you hear the sound, that same sound coming through? It was what was it? The Z sound, you're right. Okay? So listen again carefully for the Z sound, and maybe even this time, try and count them. Ready? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Okay, so let's practice that together slowly, one line at a time. Are you ready? So say each line after me. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Well done. Are you ready? Let's try it one more time. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Now, let's try and say it all together very quickly. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? So this week, boys and girls, what I'd like you to do is practice saying those 2 tongue twisters as quick as you can, and see, can you make a really good effort at saying the words nice and clearly, and still being able to tell us the little story about each of them. The first one, let's remind ourselves again. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Second one, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Best of luck.
Miss Hurley, thank you so much for that amazing tongue twister. The last one I'm talking about, because I tried to learn it. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy was fuzzy. Was he? I'm sure I messed up somewhere, but that's okay, because I'll learn it and I'll have it out for you the next time I meet you. Now, we're off to the Gaelscoil. Múinteoir Catherine, tá sí chun leabhar, Cinnín or a léamh dúin. Múinteoir Catherine is going to read us a wonderful story. Alright at the cara.
Díomh is Misha Catherine agus nach an scéal as a léamh díomh Cinnín or agus na trí Bhéar. Fadó bhí trí Bhéar an. Daddy Bear a bhí an bór, Mommy Bear a bhí measar mór, agus Bobby Bear a bhí beag bídeach. Bhí siad ina cónaí le chéile I dteach beag sa chail. Bhí trí chaid acu. Cair mhór ag Daddy Bhéar, cair masúrtha ag Mommy Bhéar, agus cair beag ag Bobby Bhéar. Bhí trí labba acu. Labba mhór ag Daddy Bhéar, labba bhasúrtha ag Mommy Bhéar, agus labba beag ag Bobby Bhéar. Bhí trí bhabhla acu don bhracháin. Mar den a bháin bhí an bhracháin róthe, agus é ag fuarú chuan na trí bhéar amach ag siúil sa chail. An bhaidin sin bhí duine éigean eile ag siúil sa chail. Cailín beag dar anim Cinnín a bhí an. Chuinnig si teach na méir. Ní le is agam cé atá ina chonaí anseo seise lei féin. Agus isteach lei. Chuinnig Cinnín na trí bhabhla brachan. Blas si an brachan a bhí sa bhabhla mór. Bhí sé a bhád róthe. Blas si an brachan a bhí sa bhabhla bhasúrtha. Bhí sé sin róte freisin. An sin blas si an brachan a bhí sa bhabhla bheag. Bhí sé sin go breá. Dis si an tomláin léir. Chuinnig Cinnín na trí chaid. His si síos an chair mhór. Bhí sé ró áard. His si an cair bhasúrtha. Bhí sé sin ró lean. His si an chaid beag. Bhí sé sin go breá. Ach an sin bhris si ina smidgeríní í. An sin chuinnig Cinnín trí labba. Léim si isteach sa labba mhór. Bhí sé ró chrua. Léim si isteach sa labba bhasúrtha. Bhí si sin ró bhog. Bhí an labba beag go breá, agus ribh bhád bhí Cinnín ina chola go sábh. Tamil ina dhí sin tháinig na trí bhéar ais ó na siúláid sa chail. Bhí duine éigean ag githe mo chuid bracán sa Daddy Bhéar. Bhí duine éigean ag githe mo chuid sa freisin sa Mommy Bhéar. Bhí duine éigean ag githe mo chuid sa bracán sa Bobby Bhéar. Agus níl cuidir bid a fácaí. Bhí duine éigean ina hí mo chaid sa Daddy Bhéar. Bhí duine éigean ina hí mo chairsa sa Mommy Bhéar. Bhí duine éigean ina hí mo chairsa sa Bobby Bhéar, agus tá mo chair ina smidgeríní. An sin hiúil na trí bhéar isteach sa seomra Lacka. Bhí duine éigean ina chola mo labba sa Daddy Bhéar. Bhí duine éigean ina chola mo labbasa sa Mommy Bhéar. Tá duine éigean ina chola mo labbasa Ennis sa Bobby Bhéar. Áhairt. Úscail Cinnín Dáhairt si na trí bhéar. Bhí cuma mí hásta orthú. Léim si amach as an labba agus ris si amach as an teach. Ris si luas lasrach go dtí gur bhain si teach seice féin amach.
So thank you so much, Múinteoir Catherine. Gur míle maith Bhí sé ag léamhlabhar Cinnín as Gaeilge. She was reading us a lovely book in Irish. Now, if you like reading books, Miss Loftus was on to me and she said that the Clare Library have a click and collect system in place. So check their website out, clarelibrary.ie, if you're interested in reading some wonderful books over the summer. Also, Accelerator Reader you can now access at the weekends and it ends on the 26th of June for the summer. So keep trying out those quizzes. But now, we are off to Miss McCarthy for the life cycle of a butterfly. Take it away, Miss McCarthy.
Hello everyone, my name is Miss McCarthy and today I'm going to be talking to you about butterflies. I have my book here called Caterpillar to Butterfly and I have these little items here which I'll show you in a few minutes. What is a butterfly? A butterfly is a type of insect. Insects have 3 pairs of legs, making 6 legs altogether. The wings of a butterfly are covered in many tiny scales. The scales are usually patterned and coloured. Insect bodies are divided into 3 parts. The head is the front part and has the eyes and mouth. The thorax is the middle part, where the legs and wings are attached. The abdomen is the back part where the insect digests its food. The story of a butterfly. Butterflies flutter around the plants. Female butterflies look for a place to lay their eggs. The eggs will hatch into caterpillars. Later, the caterpillars will change into butterflies. A butterfly has 4 stages in its life cycle: egg, caterpillar, pupa, and adult. The story of how an egg grows into an adult butterfly is called a life cycle. A new life begins. In spring, a female butterfly searches for somewhere safe to lay her eggs. She lays them under the leaves where they are hidden from view. Monarch butterflies lay their eggs on milkweed plants. The eggs stick to the leaves. Different types of butterflies lay their eggs on different plants. Peacock butterflies choose nettles. These plants have stinging hairs. The stings stop animals from eating the nettles and the eggs. Nettles are a safe place for peacock butterflies to lay their eggs. There's an egg right there. I also have one to show you. Here's my model one here. The eggs and the caterpillars. And I found this on my walk today. A leaf where underneath you can see there are eggs right there. And some more over here. And there's a lot of holes in the leaf where you can see some of the caterpillars who hatched have been doing some feeding. The eggs hatch. A few days later, the eggs hatch and a tiny yellow caterpillar comes out of each one. Caterpillars spend most of their time eating, so they grow quickly. Monarch caterpillars become stripy as they grow older. As a caterpillar grows, its skin becomes too tight and splits. The caterpillar sheds its skin, revealing a new one underneath. This is called molting. A caterpillar is also known as a larva. When a caterpillar molts, it wriggles out of its old skin. I have this one here to show you. And you can see how much it has grown from the small little caterpillar there who hatched out of the leaf to this size. He just loves to eat. Staying alive. Caterpillars are soft and juicy, so lots of other animals want to eat them. Many caterpillars have special ways of staying alive. Monarch caterpillars are bad to eat. Their stripes warn animals that they are poisonous. The monarch caterpillar's poison comes from the milkweed plants it eats. Many caterpillars are green, so they blend in with their surroundings. This is called camouflage. A green caterpillar on a green leaf can be hard to see. Some caterpillars have sharp spines on their body. Making a pupa. Caterpillars grow fast. After about 14 days, a caterpillar is ready to change into a pupa. This is the next stage of its life cycle. A caterpillar makes a silk thread and uses it to hang from a leaf. It molts for one last time. The pupa is already formed under the caterpillar's skin. Once the skin is shed, the pupa hardens. The pupa is tough on the outside to protect the insect inside. Inside the pupa, the caterpillar gradually changes. A pupa is usually green or grey, so it is difficult to see on a plant. This is another example of camouflage. You can see this one here, my model one. It's on a little branch there. A butterfly appears. After about 2 weeks, the pupa of the monarch butterfly becomes darker in colour. The orange wings of the butterfly can be seen inside. The pupa cracks open. The butterfly crawls out. It sits on the empty pupa case. Then it spreads its wings so they can dry. It has to rest for a few hours before it can fly. An adult butterfly does not grow anymore. Male and female monarchs look similar, but males have small dark spots on their wings, on their back wings actually. Male's dark spot, you can see in here. It's my butterfly. A long journey. As the summer comes to an end, monarch butterflies start an amazing journey called a migration. They fly to warmer places. The journey can cover thousands of kilometres and takes more than 2 months. In spring, the butterflies set off to their summer homes. On the way, they mate. Their young change into butterflies and continue the journey. The monarch butterflies wake up when warm weather arrives. Millions of monarch butterflies spend the winter resting on trees. I hope you enjoyed learning about butterflies today. Stay safe, everybody.
Hey, thank you so much, Miss McCarthy, for teaching us about the life cycle of the butterfly. What an excellent lesson, and I love butterflies. So, very important message for you. I was on to Miss Bridge, who coordinates all the music in the school, and she told me that there's a music generation virtual concert on the way and that there's more information to follow. Also, she said a big thank you to Graham Keane for all his hard work and to all the music generation team. That's Killian, Marty, Jack, Kieran and Anina. They'll be back with us soon shortly. And then a very special thank you also to Miss Coughlin and Miss Farty from the trad band, and to Miss Loftus and to Miss Bridge from the choir. Keep on practicing your instruments and keep on singing out loud. Next up, we have Susie Lacka, a student that was with us in the Holy Family last year and moved on to secondary school to tell us all about life in secondary school. Susie, take it away.
Hello everybody, my name is Zuzanna. Some of you might remember me as Susie from Mr. Cootie's class last year. I was a 6th class student in Holy Family, but this year I am a first year student in St. Flannan's College in Ennis. Last year I had talks and classes about the transition from primary school to secondary school. Unfortunately, the people in 6th class this year don't have the chance to have those talks because of the COVID-19 crisis, so I'll try to make up for those talks from my own experience. The first thing I want to say is the first day of school. I'm sure a lot of you are scared of the first day of school. I was scared of it. A lot of my friends were. But when you're going to look back at it, I think it's going to be one of the best days in the first year. Everybody walks around with smiles on their faces, especially the teachers. And I'm not sure if this is in all of the schools, but definitely in Flannan's. They take us on a tour, like on the open night, around the school. So we get to learn the layout of the school a little bit. And some of the TYs will ask, for example, is anybody here going to do woodwork? That's the woodwork room. Or is anybody here going to do German? That's one of the German rooms. Lots of different things like that. And also, if you have a question, you can go to a teacher or a TY. So really, it's going to be one of the best days. The second thing I want to talk about is making friends. I was absolutely terrified of making friends. I'm sure a lot of other people were, and maybe some of you are scared of it as well. Of course, stay with the people you know from Holy Family, or maybe some of the other people you know from different schools. It's nice to have a little bit of support at the start of the year, but maybe make a few friends, because I think that the people that you'll meet in school, from my experience, are one of the best people. You don't even have to stay in your class. You can go out further into first year. And by this, I met some of my best friends. I know it can be a little awkward or uncomfortable coming up to somebody and starting a conversation, but it's really worth it. The third thing I want to talk about is choice subjects. I know some of you might be maybe thinking that there won't be a subject that you like, but I'm sure every one of you is going to have a subject that you at least like more than the other subjects. From my experience, from what I was talking to my other friends, probably the choice subjects are the ones that people like the most. Again, this can vary in different schools, but in Flannan's, the choice subjects are art, home economics, woodwork, classical studies, music and technical graphics. Maybe your choice subject isn't going to be your favorite subject. Maybe it's going to be geography, or history, or English, or maths, or Irish. All I'm saying is that I'm sure that some of you, all of you, are going to have a favorite subject. Maybe it's because you're interested in the subject itself, or maybe it's because you're going to be in the class with your friend, or maybe it's because the teacher is really, really nice. And the last thing I want to talk about is settling into school. I know some of you, I was scared, and I'm sure some of you are scared as well, that maybe you're going to be late for class in the first few weeks, or maybe you're going to forget a book or a copy, a pencil case, maybe even the key to your locker. But for the first few weeks, the teachers let you settle in. You have no homework for a really long time. And if you're late for class in the first few weeks, you get away with it. And I really think there's nothing to be scared about because the teachers understand. Maybe it's because you don't know where the class was and they know that you're settling in. So there's really no reason to be worried because the teachers understand that you're settling in. And if you forget a book or are late for class, you're going to learn over time, and I'm sure that you're going to settle in. Those were only some of the things that I wanted to cover. Of course, there's a lot more, but those are the main things. Good luck in first year next year, and thank you for listening. Stay safe, everybody. Bye.
Susie Lacka, we are very, very proud of you and all you've achieved in your young life. Thank you so much for that clip. And we have more clips coming in from former students who are now in secondary school to help with the transition of our wonderful 6th class kids. Now, can I take this opportunity to thank everyone, to thank Miss Dilger and Miss Barnes for helping us with this project, to thank all the teachers who supported Progress TV with their contributions, shares and goodwill. Also, I'd like to thank the students. Without you looking at this and engaging with us, Progress TV would never have got off to a great start. And finally, a very special mention to the editing team who have put in enormous hours to make Progress TV such a hit. To finish off, episode 10 of Progress TV, we have another former student. A boy I had the pleasure to teach. His name is David Falconer, and he's recently tried his hand on some DJ decks. Superstar DJ Mr. Falconer, have a great summer, my friends. Stay safe. Slán go fóill.